Braves and Phillies, with Braves getting back to some of their good pitching again. Max Fried, Zach Wheeler at least is at home here. And the Braves, I think this is the price, currently at $1.20, and the total 8.5 over 20 now. It's gone up just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I can't go against Fried right now, especially the way that the Braves have been playing. Won 3 of their last 4 now, putting up 17 runs there in that game. And in those games, Phillies have been totally opposite. Lost 3 of their last 5 here lately, struggling offensively. And then you got to go up against a guy with a 1.73 ERA. Give me the Braves here in this one. I think we're going to gain a little bit of ground here on the Phillies today.
All right, take the Braves. Mindy says with Fried, won each of his last 3 starts, and Wheeler also. These 2 guys have been sharp right now. Both guys have had lengthy histories against the opponent. If you look at the splits, to me, Fried has had his share of difficulties in Philadelphia, while Wheeler has had good success at home against the Braves. But these guys are veterans, so there's been a little bit of turnover. These guys have outlasted much of the rosters a little bit. Not all of them. I mean, there's definitely some familiar matchups for these guys, given their point in their careers. Yesterday, Mindy, I called for an under in both games, and there turned out to be 30 runs scored in the 2 games combined. So I'm going to, even with these pitchers, I see that 8.5. To me, if you just, I would think, I'm playing the market read here. I feel like in this one, because there isn't a lot to be, other than with the fact that Wheeler's gone over in 5 straight, and the Braves 5 straight home starts. And the Braves have gone over in 7 of their last 10, and Fried has gone over in 5 of his last 6 starts. I would think the total might actually be a little lower. I'm not even getting the price that I want. I wanted to go over. I'm still going to go over in this game, even with these good pitchers. I know I was watching some less quality pitching. It just seemed like the ball was being bashed around there a little bit yesterday, and this is an explosive series. So we'll see. They need both these guys to be ready for the postseason. Looks like they are. And, these guys, this feels like, kind of a playoff matchup right here today. I would say you are probably getting it feels like a good price on the Braves. It feels like that $1.20 would be my value side, not a proven. Well, no, I think actually Atlanta did open a little bit higher, actually. Maybe as high as $1.30 or so. Okay, well, a little bit of value there. Okay, all right. From the comment, from the chat, we'll definitely include you guys today with 5 games. And it looks like Black Hall Bully here today going under and taking the Phillies. Bully, where you been? Have we met under other circumstances, maybe?
I don't know. We'll see.
And Brent says Braves. Why not take the Braves? Right? Can't get the Braves at prices like this too often. Ray says Phillies. And yeah. Yeah, there's some more realistic quarterback options for the Jets than all these guys that are being tossed about, and they're not.
I always instantly you see Tom Brady in a Jets uniform. Like, I love all that stuff that they. Where I love it where it says the Giants are eliminated. It always just cracks me up.
Oh yeah, no. I'm just saying less dramatic. Like, right, it's not gonna have nothing like
right. We know,
but it's gonna be someone you're gonna be like this retread. Oh my god! And then you'll go out there and have these games where you're like, oh well, whatever. They don't have Aaron Rodgers. All right. Philly today in the over. Oh well, whatever. They don't have Aaron Rodgers. All right. Philly today in the over. All right. Here we have the Diamondbacks on the road here against the Mets. They got it done yesterday with Davies, Mindy. Look, Arizona right now, they're definitely playing well when they need to. Is it a pick 'em really right now? Let me take a look at that. Yeah, sure. 9.5 over 15. It's a pick 'em here. Wow. Oh, 9.5 over 15 though. It has gone down. Total's gone down. Go ahead.
Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and go back on the Diamondbacks for game 2. I actually thought it might have been the Mets play yesterday, sitting there, minus 145. I didn't think the price was too bad, especially the way that the Diamondbacks have been playing. I mean, they dropped from being ninth in the majors to now they're sitting at about 13th in the majors in batting average. So it's been one of those that they've been on that kind of decline, but still, struggling, hanging in there for a wild card spot. Nelson is on the mound, and I know that he hasn't been playing well as of late, but his ERA on the splits are pretty good. 3.18 averages 7 Ks per 9. Doesn't really allow the long ball much. And I know that Buto, he's probably played a little bit better as well on his splits, but his elevated ERA is still up there. 7.08 overall, 6.14. And again, I just kind of feel like that the Mets have been also competitive as of late, but I think pitching kind of wins today here for this Diamondbacks team.
Yeah, it's hard for me to want to go against the Diamondbacks here. Nelson, though, you mentioned, of late, not great, but if those splits are good, Arizona's won 6 of their last 8, and the Mets have lost 4 of 5 again all of a sudden. But, man, and it seems like just a good price here. I want to trust the Diamondbacks in this spot against, look, Nelson, say what you will about it, but Buto's an unproven commodity just because he had this early success here a little bit. Now he's going up. Yeah, maybe the Diamondbacks offense hasn't been producing enough, but again, they're winning right now at this clutch moment on the road when they need to. That's definitely something to take note. I mean, we just talked about it a week ago that there were 4 teams battling, for this wild card spot, and all of a sudden, the way it's gone down, Arizona has grabbed it by the heels a little bit and have moved a game and a half ahead of Miami, San Francisco, and Cincinnati. So good job by them. I'm gonna agree with. I know the computer here. Whatever this algorithm of mine is saying, I just got to disagree. I mean, it's going with the Mets. I'm going with the eye test here, Mindy. I've got to go with Arizona right now. I've got at least a commodity, not a proven commodity, not a championship commodity, but in Nelson, a guy that at least has a more experience here than Buto. He did get shelled against the Mets already, but I'm gonna have to go with the Arizona, playing better right now. I think Nelson can have a good start. Okay, anything from the chat here in this ball game? We'll see. It doesn't look like we're too thrilled. Ray says Diamondbacks, and Brent. Oh, he's got the old Passola. Bionics on the Mets. Life is too short to pass.
You need to remember that, Ramon.
Is that is that another? Did I make? Next up is Rangers and the Blue Jays with Max on the road. Big game. Hyunjin Ryu on the comeback. And Max is favored just $1.15. 8.5 under 15. Ryu's been good. The numbers are good. What does it say underneath?
Yeah, I mean, I think his numbers have looked really good, right? Especially the splits. 3.6 ERA, 1.8 home runs per 9. Scherzer, the one that gives up the long ball, 3 home runs per 9 innings, but of course has the big strikeout numbers, 10.4 Ks per 9. But Scherzer lately, he's been sitting in the 4s in his last, 4 or 5 starts here. And I still kind of feel like it's been Texas' inability to close out games, but they did get it done in those late innings there yesterday. So I'm thinking that Ryu, even though he's limited, I think the bullpen for Toronto sitting at 3.59 compared to that 4.89 helps win this one today for the Blue Jays.
Wow. Okay. Well, maybe, because look, I've already seen cappers kind of coming in on the Blue Jays. It caught me by surprise. I want to think that Max can have a good game and keep him in there, especially at a reasonable price. This is what you got him for. But Ryu, maybe he has been good enough now. I think he's kind of tailed off a little bit here. I don't know. So I hope it's not a fatigue situation in this one, but
Might be.
might be. I don't know. Yeah, 4.2.
Because they have limited his innings. You know what I mean? I feel like
Okay.
they have one. So I don't know.
And again, you still have the Blue Jays having won 9 of their last 13 in Texas has been in this disastrous tailspin right now. I mean, I guess I should, I guess everybody leads with that. I mean, that's what's been going on. And now Texas hanging on with that half a game edge over Seattle right now, but they're only a half a game back at Toronto. So this is a big game. This is about as big as it gets on this card today for sure. So I can appreciate the play. I want to trust Max here, but I actually think that it's going to get a little loose once they get out of it. I know your credits of the bullpens, and yeah, maybe these 2 bullpens, but I'm going to be on the over here. I'm feeling very contrarian here in this one on the show. I'm going over even at 8.5 with Max and Ryu. Chat way more interested in this game. It looks like Solos on the Rangers. This is the game of the day. Make no mistake. James Avery here under. Bully says Rangers. Perky's on the Rangers max play. There is Rangers support here, it looks like, for a team that, what can you say? I mean, the bats were out yesterday, so that's one thing to throw in. I mean, come into town, frustrated team, trying to find their way, and they bashed for 10 runs against Bassett, right? Against Bassett. So I kind of want to trust them again. Maybe I will, but I'll go over 14 runs yesterday. Again, I'm watched yesterday, and now I've got better pitching, but I'm going over. And here's Bionic on the Jays. I think we got everybody's plays in on that one. Mindy on the Jays. I'm on the over. Marlins and Brewers. Also pretty good matchup here, certainly. Playoff teams, if you can. Miami, they're falling out of it a little bit right now, but it certainly still is an important game. And let's see what the price is here. We got 165 now for Milwaukee, 8 over 15 against Chargois.
But the Brewers totally crushed them yesterday. I mean, they got to the starting pitching. Then they got to the bullpen. I mean, they put up 6 runs there. Brewers kind of remind me of the Brewers, how they started off the season. Maybe they're kind of all gelling at a really good time right now. They got to keep pace with the Cubs. And the Cubs have a nice series right now. So I think the Brewers get this one done here today. They've won 3 of their last 5 as well. Marlins, they've been playing well. 8 of 10 are winners there. But they just aren't scoring the runs. I mean, you're looking at the Milwaukee team that's put up 20 compared to a Marlins team that put up 12. So I'm going here with the Brewers again, sitting at minus 160, 170. So
I hope, I'll leave it up
here.
there. No, I'll leave the 170. I think we're going to find a better price than this when we do it. I'll take Brewers with you. We had them yesterday. Yeah, felt dirty. I mean, we're taking a big price on them, but they crushed them. What happened? Jesus Luzardo. Brewers maybe in that form. Miami, like I said, Miami needs every win as well. It means more to Miami right now than it does to Milwaukee. Sure, Milwaukee wants to. I mean but they're they're well comfortable. Well, not welcome, but they're ahead, and the Cubs, and they still could fall back into a while. They're more comfortable, if you will. So it's still important for both teams, and for whatever reason, Miami 12-0 was the score in that game yesterday. Wow,
yeah, brutal.
Okay, yeah. Black Hall Bully on the Brew Crew. What is that? What does the Black Hall Bully mean? Black Hall Bully's new, so I have all these. I have questions, Mindy. I have questions. Let's see here.
No.
Frederick wants to get that nerfy information. Well, with Chargois, it's incomplete. For me, incomplete. Incomplete result for Chargois. Peralta, he's allowed a run in the first inning in 6 of 27 games. So let's see. And Jacoby here says Brew Crew on the run line. And Clyde says, give me the Marlins. And Clyde, I thought about Clyde when the Steelers, they laid an egg in the opener, but I think we'd trust the Steelers to. It'd be real interesting to see what happens next week. Oh, nice.
Yeah, the heads will roll if they don't do something, right?
Well, you're not gonna roll
Well, I mean,
like Tomlin's gonna roll, right? He's gonna make. Well, okay. Jay Green, hey, Jay Green's here and he's got the under. All right. Yeah, change it. You're right. Pick it. Look, I mean, I don't think. All of a sudden, I want to talk about Kenny Pickett. We better keep moving. We just wanted him to be decent. I mean, we didn't. We weren't bringing it. All right, here's the Rays and the Twins.
Niners defense is just tough. What can you say?
That's right. Let's be honest here. We got Rays.
I mean, it's hard. It's hard to win in the NFL. Like it's hard to win. I think people just think that teams should just roll all the time. Sorry.
Next week, how many teams? I hope I can find my way to those teams I'm supposed to find my way to, Mindy, that lost in week 1, especially those teams. Some of those. Look, there were a lot of, like I said, a lot of home favorites lost. What are you going to do with them next week when they go when most of them are going on the road and they're downgraded by a couple of points, and maybe the other team is the opposite. They were one of those road teams going home. There's a lot of that next week. And we have another playoff type matchup anyway with the Rays and the Twins in this one. So here with Littell and Joe Ryan. And Ryan $1.30, 8.5 under 25.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and go back on the Rays here again. I feel like they're hitting a little bit of a stride this week. They kind of gave it to the Mariners. I just kind of feel like they have, starting pitching that can get this done. They also have the better bullpen. They're averaging more runs. They're allowing less runs than their opponent. I think everything is in favor in this game. Plus, I know some of the chat, they're not exactly Joe Ryan fans out here, even though I think he's been doing a little bit better. But I think I'm going to go ahead and take the underdog here in this one. A little bit of plus money with the Rays today.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, Ryan's been bad again, but here you get $1.25, $1.30 or so. Mindy on the Rays here with Littell. He's all for 4.88 in his last 4 starts, but Ryan 5.21 in his last 4 starts. Twins have won 6 of 9, but the Rays have won 17 of 23. Yeah. Steam came in on the Twins and the under. I'm going to go under in this one. Yeah, maybe the pitching has been bad for these two guys, but I'm going to take it under 8.5 here on the show. For me, anyway. Can't give any trends. I would say if I gave you the trends, they'd all say over.
They'd all say over.
They would, no doubt. But I'll be on the under. If it's 8.5 under 25, that's going to be good enough for me. This is just play with my computer telling me it's under. See what the chat has to say here. And we have Rays for another max play for Perky. So I don't know. He's going to have to take out a loan because he's already got 2 max plays now. Oh, okay. No, he's got his top unit play. I get it. Top unit play for a baseball game in September, or am I going NFL, money? Black Hall on the Rays. Great contributions today. Black Hall. Miguel here today. Miguel Guerra. How about Curb and Cardi joining us? And here's Jacoby on the under in this one. Ray says the Rays. Brent on the Rays with you. Mindy, looks like you got them to agree. No. I'm going to go with the under here. So hopefully, let's see. We got another. Do we have another? Was that it? Oh, that was it? Oh, no. We're out of baseball games?
That was it. That was it. We might have to do more in the future so we have more plays to get through.
Oh, no.
That's prime
I'm teasing you. Come on. What are you going to do? Oh,